What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Voice of the Giants podcast here on WKCV, the voice of Keystone College. Guys, episode 42 has a little bit of a special flair. I didn't actually intend this, but we got baseball in the room for episode 42, and who else to be represented by than none other than the Sean Murphy Award winner, RJ Gouldsbury. RJ, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even recognize it until about an hour before when I came in that it was Jackie Robinson and everything like that with the 42 episode. So awesome that I got you in here, and obviously I want to kick off the show with probably one of the most obvious things. I just brought it up about 30 seconds ago, the Sean Murphy Award. And obviously with that award, or for those who don't know, Sean Murphy was a former pitcher for the Giants. It's made his way up through AAA and everything, and was battling through injury. Fortunately, Sean wound up passing away and everything like that, and it's been an award that the Giants have done for the past 3 years in his honor. The past two recipients, RJ, you know very well. Oh, Chris, former nominee for CSAC Player of the Year. I think he might have gotten it. And then Carlini last year. Obviously, this year you got it. What was it like knowing that you were going to get the Sean Murphy Award this year?
You know, it's an honor, especially in the program, for the people who knows what that award means to the people of this community and especially to our coaches. Getting a chance to carry on his number and do it in the right way is something that I was very excited about and hoping to get the chance to do, because the coaching staff puts a lot of praise on that number and it means a lot to them, and I'd love to do it. Yeah,
absolutely. And again, and for those who, as I said, don't know, Sean Murphy, huge part of the community, huge part of the baseball team here for Keystone College, one of the few to get drafted in the actual majors to the Oakland Athletics he was drafted by. So, but nonetheless, again, congratulations on that award. Seriously, can't say it enough to you. But I want to go ahead. I want to talk on the season right now. And obviously, the season is finally technically a full one. The reason I say technically, obviously you guys load up on games and everything like that, but last year and the year before that, a little bit weird with COVID and everything. What is it like getting that full season kind of just back in and getting your senior season going?
It's good to be back to a 40-game season. We haven't played one since I was a sophomore here back in 2019. With COVID hitting, we only played 6 games that year. And then last year, we only ended up playing 28, which is still weird for us. We're used to playing a lot more games than that, but it feels good to be back to that. It's a longer season, a lot more opportunities to win games. Things can change around, and the adjustment is getting your body back in shape for it. But I think everyone's prepared for a 40-game season. We're about halfway through and excited for the rest.
Absolutely, and upcoming in the schedule, it's so ironic with the schedule upcoming, because this week in general, you guys get 2 games against Karen on Saturday, but before then, you guys get a local competition in Scranton, and normally we're used to seeing that with all Keystone sports. We'll get Scranton, we'll get Marywood or something like that. But baseball, normally we're getting a lot of local schools and everything like that. What is it like just going up against some of those local schools and everything like that he would not really see in the CSAC, but we have a tendency to see, like Scranton, like Marywood, like, the Misericordias. And
they're non-conference games, but we don't treat them like that, just basically because they're local teams. It's some of the local talent that maybe didn't choose here that you want to go out there and beat. I know we play Misericordia pretty much every year, and that's always a pretty intense game. Same thing with the University of Scranton. They always find their way onto our schedule every year, and it's just a game you want to win for almost local bragging rights. You don't want to get beat by the team that's 15 minutes down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously looking at the schedule as well and everything like that, one day I would be remiss if I didn't talk about, obviously you guys are going to have 3 home games back-to-back. Starting, you got Wednesday against SUNY Cobleskill, Misericordia on Tuesday. But that Monday, you get Valley Forge at home. More importantly, that's senior day. And as crazy as the seasons have been over the past couple of years, you finally get your senior season coming. What is it going to be like on Monday the 18th for that game against Valley Forge? What is it going to be like, kind of just knowing that's your senior day?
It's definitely going to be an emotional day, especially after 5 years in this program, all the blood, sweat, and tears that you put in. It's going to be weird to say, like, wow, this is the last home conference game I'm ever going to play in my life. But, you got to get through it. It's just another big game on our schedule. We have to win out conference games for the rest of the year to have a conference championship played on our field, which is the main goal right now. And those games, every single game is important. We got 2 big ones at Karen this weekend we have to get through, and then we get to that Monday, emotions are going to be high. It's a lot we have a lot of seniors and a lot of guys who are leaving, and I think that's going to boost the play that day. A lot of guys are going to want to go out on a high note.
Absolutely, and obviously when we talk about the upcoming season and everything like that, and when we talk about the roster and everything like that, you always get guys, for whatever reason, we'll lose about 5 to 10 guys just about that are normal starters for us and everything like that. But at the same time, I'm knowing Jamie and the way Jamie rolls with everything. We'll get a couple transfers and everything who are juniors or sophomores or something like that coming in from different programs and something like that. What is it like kind of just getting those new, fresh guys, whether they're freshmen or whether they're transfers? What is it like getting those new guys on the team and just seeing them play and seeing them up and coming?
It's always exciting. Every year you get to about halfway through, 3/4 the way through the season, you start hearing about the talent that's coming in next year, and it's exciting because the coaches do a great job bringing in talent. Every year you think you're going to lose somebody, and I won't say they're replaceable because there is guys that you always wish could stay forever, but there's always a next man up mentality. Who's going to come in next? Who's going to step up and fill that spot? And no matter what, this school has a history of winning, and it will always will with this coaching staff here. And every year there's going to be talent on top of talent, so you know what you're getting.
No, absolutely. And that it always translates with that. No matter how you want to slice it, it always finds a way to translate. Now, the guys I want to bring up that you obviously came into the program with, it's obviously Hinckley. We were talking about him earlier. Rocco, a.k.a. I believe Brandon's a senior as well this year. Or Pedro, Kevin. Obviously, guys you've been with for about 4 years now, 4 to 5 years now. What has it been like just coming up with those guys, just seeing those guys thrive, and finally knowing that you're going to be able to step on the field with them for the last senior season this year?
They after so long they become like family, and that's what makes these teams better. I feel like you see such a connection when we're here for so long. You learn how to win together. Me and Nate have been here the longest. Me, Nate, Ross, we all came in together, and just every year it's just great to see the success that they have as it keeps going. Rocco and Pedro came in the same year, 2020. Our COVID year didn't really get a season that year. We had 6 games, but they've been here for 3 years now. They know what the program is. They've worked into it, and it's great to see the success they have, and it's great just having them around. They're team guys. They love being here. They love Keystone baseball, and that makes your team better.
Absolutely, and I want to bring up something that we always talk about that has, usually when you talk about baseball and tradition, usually you don't throw in championship as one of those traditions. However, with you guys, it almost becomes a tradition to not see Keystone in, whether it's the championship game or winning the championship. And Keystone's done it for the past 17 seasons, I believe, Eve. Now, obviously, like I said before, if you ask the PA announcer, John Franquez, he'll tell you it never gets old. For you guys, 17 in a row, what has the pressure just been like, knowing that streak is either at the cusp or... Like, how's the pressure with knowing that tradition just keeps coming?
I don't believe in the word pressure. You come into this program, the history, how many conference championships we've won in a row, and we don't ever expect that to stop. We expect ourselves to win, and we prepare every offseason, every winter, and even when we go to Florida. They're tune-up games, they're lineup creators, they're getting us ready to once again do what we've done for the past 17 seasons and go win another conference championship, because that's what's expected of this program, and that's what we will continue to strive for and more after that for as many years as Keystone College has a baseball team.
Absolutely, and I want to talk about the spring break trip and everything like that. Obviously, it was canceled, I believe, 2 years ago. I think you guys had a little bit of it last year, if I'm right?
No, we didn't go last year. We started right off at home, which was a very, very tough adjustment for us.
Yeah, and obviously talking on the spring break trip, obviously when you do that spring break trip, you upload probably some of the toughest opponents that we'll see in the schedule and everything. I mean, just looking at the schedule, the North Carolina trip, you guys had to face number 3 Marietta and everything like that. But obviously, it's something that Keystone kind of has on the schedule every single year and everything like that. And it's kind of just something that we're used to seeing and everything like that. Just seeing those above 500 teams that we'll normally see in the NCAA tournament. What is it like getting to see those guys early on and be, as you said before, those tune-up games?
I think that seeing that type of talent early in the year only prepares us as a team to be better later in the year. when we come home, the conference schedule obviously isn't on the same level as some of those teams, even though there is good teams. I mean, every game's a grind. You can't take any games off, or anyone could beat you on any given day. But those games in Florida, the Marymount, Rowan, those are games that prepare you for what you're going to see when you do win that conference championship again and you make that regional, which has become a tradition. And that's a different type of talent out there, and we're more prepared for that now because we've already seen those teams. We know what they're capable of. We know what that talent at the next step looks like.
Absolutely. And the one thing I want to bring up that I'll pretty much wrap in with, or last two things I'll pretty much wrap in with, and one of them that never seems to amaze me because the atmosphere in the dugout and everything, just the family aspect, whether Jamie has 30 guys on the roster or whether he has 50 guys on the roster, everybody treats everybody like they're a brother or something like that. So I'll just kind of let you elaborate on like the family aspect of just the entire team and everything.
Yeah, I think we really praise that. You know, you can't play baseball if you're not a team. It's a game that needs 9 people on the field to be in sync to win baseball games. It's not a solo sport. And you have to really work together if you want to win these games. You can't have guys who are down on each other. It's all got to be one family, and we preach that. And we grow that by being together so much. Through the fall, through the winter, through the springs, we're around each other a lot more than I'm sure we actually want to be. These are long days, long hours, and you grow together and you learn to love each other and become a family, and everyone has each other's backs, and that's what makes a good baseball team.
Absolutely. And when we talk about the family aspect, you can't talk about the family aspect without talking about the head of the family and everything like that, if you want to call it that, for the head coaching. And obviously, as I said before, you've been in the program 5 years. Jamie's been in the program for a minute and everything like that. And Jamie, no matter whether you're his best player, his worst player, or a middle-of-the-road player, Jamie treats everybody the same way. And the main thing is, what has just Coach Jamie been over the past couple of years and everything like that for you guys?
It's just been an unbelievable experience to be around. I mean, everyone who goes here is blessed enough to say that they've played for one of the top coaches in Division III baseball. And he will always be that. The skills and the coaching you see here is different than what you normally get. They coach at the highest level possible for collegiate baseball, and you see stuff you never thought you'd see. And their ability to prepare us and what they've done in the past, prepare us for these big games, prepare us for these seasons, you always come in feeling like you can win it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And obviously, like I said before, or just the mentality of just go out there and there's one goal in mind and everybody has that same goal. Oh, and usually when you have that same goal, magical things can happen, I assume.
Yes, definitely.
All right, guys, that's going to go ahead. That's going to wrap it up for us here at the Voice of the Giants podcast. RJ, I want to thank you again for coming in, man. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said before, guys, baseball is going to be in action tomorrow, potentially weather pending, against the University of Scranton on Thursday. At about 4 p.m. is first pitch, but nonetheless, they also got a game on Saturday against Karen. So, guys, make sure you guys go check it out. Guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for us here on the Voice of the Giants podcast, and we will see you guys later.